Hey, how's it going? Today is 1st of February, Thursday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available up there. I had opportunity to reach out to England, Wales. Now let's take a look at what we can do in Scotland. Coming into this, I'm interested in setting up a business. I might need to have office space, perhaps that will be optional. Myself, as of now, I'm in England, so I'm not necessarily up there. I don't really need it. Perhaps I'm gonna have to have some office space for a person to sit down and do some work, right? So coming into this, I'm gonna try to reach out to local government in Scotland if there's something available. I haven't done anything when it comes to the government other than perhaps send a couple of emails already and send the letters, right? In this series of videos, we're going to be taking a look at Scottish government and how to set up a company and perhaps begin operating in Scotland. Quick story, right? I remember then there was football games in one of the schools, right? And myself, I have put together a team, very very good team. I don't know, we were adults. I don't know, maybe 20 years old I was at the time, right? And then we came to school for games night. Then haven't let us to play just because the team was a great team. When was team was very strong, so they not necessarily would allow us to play, right? So the school itself, they want to win all the prizes, right? So that's just my personal experience when it comes to perhaps setting up and running a business within Scotland. I hope it's not, but there's a chance they're not even allowed us to play, right? Let's begin by taking a look at government. So that should be government should be within the interest of the government to bring more businesses in. It should be. I don't know if it has. That's how things should work. How many people are living in Scotland? It isn't that many. I think we can take a look at that. And the 5 million, if I had to guess, it would be perhaps just under perhaps 5 million or over 5 million, somewhere around 5 million, I would say. So perhaps there's a very centric approach to the central government would be able to oversee everything, perhaps, when it comes to all the operations and everything. But either way, so I'm on the government's website, and let's take a look at perhaps how to set up a business and what will the process, as well as what kind of support government might be able to offer. But just before I do that, I'm interested to see how many people are living in Scotland. I was taking a look at previously what kind of opportunities are available out there, but all of those would be dated. I have found quite a few of those, but wasn't that many compared to other regions, so I thought there might be population density. Usually there would be more. Not to say the good ones, but usually there were a lot more. And we're working with 5.5 up to 5.6 million of people, right. So perhaps it's a lot easier to oversee that amount of people compared to other governments where they're operating with way more people. On the government's website, right? That will be services available. You can potentially do market research, but I can tell you right now, rising cost support, right? So that's already market research, and what would be some of the issues and that's a pain points, right? So if your business can address any of that, great. There's a lot of pain points as of now, right? So there might be some opportunities as well as those opportunities might come with unique challenges, right? But either way, just before we delving deeper in and trying to understand what everything was happening, let's try to understand what would be the process of planning to start. If there's an email address, if there's a person, let's get things moving, right? So let's start by planning to start, and we can progress into other support available. When we are taking a look at some of the high-end manufacturers, right? For example, from China, there's a company called Build Your Dreams, and to build one car for that company, top electric car manufacturers, I would say, based on how many cars they are able to produce, right? So metric that they can potentially use, so that would be how long it takes to manufacture one car. So it could take about 90 seconds, so to say. That would be a company based in China, right? So, okay, once that has been said, we can take a look at how long it will take to get started in Scotland, right? So, within 5 working days, Usually there wouldn't be no response for 2 months. Usually there would be no response, but we can go with the program and see how long it will take to set up a company and or receive advice on the process of setting up and starting a business. But I don't know. Would that be important to set up a company within the click of the button? It's the only thing what actually is happening. Well, people need to ask some questions. They need to find out something. Usually it's they're saying 5 days. I would say 2 months or so. Myself, I have already reached out to a number of government organizations within Scotland. I have already know all the details. I have already people that already have been sorted things out, right? But either way, it always could be things always could be done better. It doesn't matter other than perhaps if there's any friction, I can bring more attention to some of the friction, right? But as of now, perhaps to make this process very beginner friendly, perhaps the organization have put together a process, right? That would be how planning to start works, right? Answer some questions about your business idea, access instant startup toolkit, okay, connect with your local office, tap into local advice and support, build your new business. This is the process, 5 steps. Great. So that's something to begin with, working with, right? A little bit of the project, right, so to say. If I was a chat to the team, I would just need perhaps a table or desk space. That's it. If I can do that, that's it. That's the only thing I need. I just need additional support, like financial support, if I need to cover any of the costs, like administration costs. Perfect. On top of that, other than that, I don't really need anything else. Okay, I have file of paperwork, right? So it was either I would say questions to answer, limited number of characters, so not necessary. Usually, there would be very simple people that would be reading those forms, and if I would make it too difficult to understand, and or try to explain something that not necessarily people would know about what's happening within the area, not necessarily people would know what's happening. So I would need to explain about what's happening in Scotland in this case, right? So I would need to explain, and not necessarily people would know, but not necessarily would read the newspapers or social media, right? So there wasn't enough space, but other than that, I think it was great. Hopefully, they would respond to potential way of how we can work together, right, with the next 5 days. So most likely, I'm going to be taking a look at 3 ports within Scotland. There are 2 locations, right? Let's try to understand where those locations are and what kind of local support is available. Most likely, not necessarily people interested in doing anything. So that's my personal experience. Reaching out to even those 3 ports, and not necessarily people interested in doing it. I think I have reached out to them yesterday. I have reached out to them a number of times. I have a response that I have received yesterday, right? I think it was from Scotland, but I don't want to get in no trouble, right? And it's been defined that it's unsolicited request of having conference call. So interested in doing other things, right? Let's jump on the first organization side. That would be a fourth green port, and let's take a look at. I need to find to fill in this information. I'm gonna need to find what is local government, right? And from what I understand, that would be Falkirk Council, right? Or at least this is what's on the organization's website. Let's try to understand if this website or this council is overseeing all the operations within that area. Let's begin by taking a look at what kind of local support is available for Falkirk, right? So that's potentially a council that I'm going to be working with. There might be a lot of opportunities, at least the target set to increase a number of jobs for at least 50,000 or so. So perhaps this is a capacity that the local council might be able to work with. Let's see how we can help them, right? If you're interested in learning more, I have published a book that will be Project Fit Flow. In the book, I'm taking a look at body and everything what you would need to know about your body when it comes to living a healthier lifestyle, working out, potentially taking yourself into the gym and begin lifting weights. Many people perhaps already start this since we on February already. So most people already been in the gym, have lift weights, so just sticking with the routine and perhaps carry on. lifting weights as you have started already, right? And having this information to do that, and making most of your time in the gym or whatever exercise you might be interested in. I have covered a number of ways how you can do it, and progression, right? So if you are a beginner, from there progressing into a professional level, how you can do it. You can find it QR code in the corner company's website below. Break these videos into chunks, right? So perhaps of the different twists, some of the videos. It's just something I would be doing either way. So might as well perhaps share that information with others and my thinking process. So hopefully more businesses we can work together. So if you're interested in establishing a company and working within Scotland, perhaps that would be interest of local people, I would say. Perhaps not, but that would be based on what you would like to do, what you like to sell, something that you perhaps would be manufacturing or producing on Etsy, other stores, right? But anything myself coming into this, I'm looking for large scale, international, perhaps. We're going worldwide, so to say. So that really is the process of my thinking process and how I'm looking to do it, right? So others perhaps can do similar things, if not the same things, right? Since Freeport, similar initiatives was started a long time ago in different parts, not necessarily within only UK partnerships. It's always great to send me yourself if you're interested in. If not, you can keep following the videos and or if anything, taking part, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.